Hi, everyone. I'm David.
And I'm Richard.
And we're really busy preparing for token persistence, but we wanted to take 10 minutes and give you an update about everything that's happening. We're going to be talking about NFTs, but first, Richard?
So basically just letting folks know we get questions in RS and on Telegram about where we are with nodes and kind of third-party nodes on the network, etc. So just letting folks know we've been beating the hell out of the network, adding things like long chains of nodes, satellite nodes, checking everyone's making, getting blocks, that everything flows well. And we actually did find some UI bugs around updates when you have a fork and the UI catching that. And so games were going to glitching a little bit on that. Something we haven't tested a lot, but two people playing on two entirely different nodes.
Yeah.
That stuff's really good to catch and test that way because your games send a lot of dependent transactions. So that's also good for anything else on the network. If it can survive a complicated interaction like that, everything else.
It's nice. Like you've got applications that actually use the chain, which means we can test.
But right. Yeah, exactly.
On a rare case that people want to play a game and they're totally disconnected on different parts of the network, it's getting done.
Yes.
Anything else? Before the update, there's Rust persistence. I know we've made wallet changes with the NFTs and stuff as well.
Yes. So the NFTs, the whole infrastructure is there around minting and like viewing your collection and being able to split them, send them, merge them, etc. And a few little niceties that we've tested and made sure are really good. Like for instance, if you restore your wallet, not just your balance in Saito, but can you see the NFT collection that you have? So we've gone from having a little bit of an abstract display that wasn't kind of user-friendly to now having a really great way of being able to say, here's all the NFTs I have, simple way to send them, etc.
Yeah, goal is, it's interesting. We weren't really expecting to have them, but we're making them first-class citizens. Before we talk the groundbreaking, really exciting stuff, I want to give an update on gaming. Most people who watch these videos are not the people that are playing games on the arcade or watching transaction volume. We've got growth. We've got a really visible transaction growth. And if you come to the arcade, it's great. We're picking up. There's a lot more players of TS. We've got Paths of Glory, which is a new game. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's super hard to learn, but it's a phenomenal game.
Well, I think a kicker for me was people who've heard you can play it on Saito and they've heard about the game, they're wanting to get into it, so they're coming to us, which is kind of interesting because that's like clearly there's an untapped market for it of people who like keen to catch up. They've heard about it on the grapevine and they're wanting to play somewhere. So
so hopefully the model's gonna make the company that produces the game a ton of money by helping people learn what a fantastic game it is. If you are learning the game, by the way, my tip is to play Duke because he leaves massive holes open in the German and Russian defenses, and if you sneak through and cut off his entire army, it's glorious. World War I is over in 3 months. But otherwise it's harder. But these games are happening. I wanted to mention this for a reason that we're seeing transaction growth here. And I think often people who are following the network as a theoretical, it's like Ethereum or Bitcoin or Saito, this is real. And one of the easiest ways to learn how to help is learn the apps that people want to use, because there's a reason that people are coming to Saito to play these. And there's a bunch of diehards on the arcade. Tuco's around, Duke's around a lot. I'm around, a lot of other people. Who would be delighted to teach you how to play the game. Chances are you're going to love it. And if you love it and you can help in the ecosystem, the community by showing other people these great games exist, helping them learn how to play, that's really powerful for us. As I said, for transaction volume, it's growing. I think the stats I saw, last week or so, we were getting up to about 68,000 a day. Previously, we were kind of maxing out at about 60K or 62K. So,
I think it's a really interesting point too. There's sort of mixed communities that don't always connect with each other in terms of the fact that people who come and actually use Saito day in, day out, and the people who are looking at it as a crypto project and come in from the crypto sphere. And they don't really notice or necessarily understand the relationship they have to each other on either side. So
I think also honestly, if you're into crypto, you're day trading, you're singing your keyboard, come and learn how to play these games. They're so much fun. But it's really helpful for us. We're going to be starting, I think we bought a bunch of licenses. We got copies of Here I Stand. I'm hoping to start some group games. So maybe once a week or twice a week, there'll be an open invite. You need to carve out at 3 hours for that one. The others are usually a bit less than an hour. But the gaming stuff is happening. You're going to see them. It's fantastic. Driving growth. Yep. We love them. Invitation, easy way to help that is non-obvious.
Yep.
Should we get on to the big news for today, though, which is NFT related?
Yes, I think so.
Richard, that's you.
That's me. Yep. So, I mean, I think I mentioned earlier that the kind of buy and sell mint UI is live on prod. You can come along and test that out. You can mint an NFT if you've got Saito in your wallet. If you don't have any Saito in your wallet, you want to try it out, hit up someone like me and I'll send you some for that purpose. But obviously long term, we want people to come in and really get into this. I'm
loving it. I've been for testing and stuff. I'm going to create a Thug Psalm NFT collection because I shared a photo with Richard of my cat and he put the Thug glasses on it. It's awesome. This is going to be.
That's my reputation in the project is I communicate entirely by sending links to relevant YouTube songs with my reaction in them, or using image flip or something to make memes out of daily stuff. It's my primary.
I really like
communication tool.
So there'll be several of them. No, it's crazy. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
You open it up and you just drag and drop, and it's like there's your NFT. You want it.
I think that's a bit maybe that people haven't grokked about we kind of talk about it. It's like, we've got bounded UTXO is a very new approach to NFTs and it has these technical advantages. What people aren't getting is it's as quick and simple. If you've got one Saito in your wallet, it's quick and simple as clicking, finding the image you want to use or dragging it into place and distributing it. So
the best thing is you don't lose the Saito, it's just bound to the NFT. So that the NFT sticks around the chain. Really more exciting news though, because we know that there are people who've been waiting for NFTs on Saito, who've got NFT collections, and they're going to want to market them and sell them. And we know also like a Bitcoin-style UTXO network doesn't have the ability of things like EVMs or Solana like VMs for people just to list them for sale. In order to make this problem go away, we have been working lately on something that we have named terribly. It's called the Asset Store. And the reason it's called the Asset Store is because we need a better name. So help us get a better name so that we don't launch with the Saito Asset Store. The reason we didn't call it the NFT Store is because the NFTs can have code in them and they can have text. It's not just an image. So we don't want a name that's going to make people think that this is,
and they can actually be tokens. So you could mint a token with a 10 million supply and put it up there too. True. So it's not just NFTs in that sense. You could actually launch a meme coin on there if you wanted to.
What would it be? It would be like a co-L1 essentially.
A co-1.
It's the open hash map that's managed. It's a co. It's
like it's a coding layer one. It's interesting. It's something different. But it's as simple as drag and drop your icon for your crypto and make as many as you want, launch it.
But back away from that, back to the Asset Store, which is going to have a better name, and please come up with one. It's going to be good because it's kind of like a CEX. We're trying to make the UI as simple as possible, where you click list asset. It says, here's the NFTs you've got. Which one do you want? You click, you upload it. It's for sale. And then the sale can happen totally remotely. You can leave your computer, you can walk away, you can come back, and it's all going to be on chain. And we're hoping to get this done in time too. But it's lovely. I love where we're going. The best thing about it is it uses transaction within transaction, which has previously been an entirely theoretical thing, but is actually needed for UI here. Because if you have transaction within transaction, you're not turning two controls at the same time. You're just hitting list and you're saying,
for people who may not have been familiar with it when we've talked about it before, essentially if I list an asset with Dave, I can send him a transaction that lets him send that on to someone else, and he can send me a transaction that lets me pull it back to my own wallet.
It's not strictly how it works, but it's close.
It's the way to understand it. Yes.
You got the second layer transaction. If anyone can come up with a really good use case for a transaction within a transaction within a transaction, I want to hear about it.
Yeah, and if you go 4 layers deep, you never get out.
You can't get out. Can't get out.
Cool.
Unbundling slows progressively the deeper you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the updates. We've got the NFT, bunch of NFT updates. The networking stuff is happening, and an NFT asset store whose name will hopefully be fixed by next week. Yeah. Give us something better, guys.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, just to wrap up, I just wanted to say thanks to Citizen Web 3 and Saito, both of whom have been working away, beavering on ideas and on actual code, building things on the network. And they've been helpful. They kind of responded to previous requests and have been hitting me up for tips on things, pointing out where there's issues in documentation, and also just building cool stuff. So anyone else is interested, do let me know. But I thought I'd say thank you to them for reaching out and doing some of the hard work of, kicking the tires before everything's perfect, but they're really helping move things forward there. So it's great.
Also, anyone sharing news on Twitter and stuff, it's super appreciatied. And
That's true.
I'm looking at the App Suite these days. I think people aren't going to know what's going to hit them.
Well, it's no small part of that increase you mentioned of the transaction volume, right? It's looking good. It's feeling good. People are sticking around more. That kind of nexus between Twitter and Red Square's improved as well, I think. So.
Okay.
Cool.
More updates next week.
Thanks, everyone.
Take care, guys.
Bye.